Hello, friends. Welcome back to Creative Exploration. Hopefully we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We are live. I think we're live. I feel live. Looks live. All right. Let me know if I'm not live. Let me know if my audio breaks. Let me know all the things. They sound okay. Today we are going to play with two new tools, AnimateAnyone and MAGNeT. AnimateAnyone is a how do I describe it? You take an image, you take a skeleton, like an OpenPose animation, and it will make the image do what the skeleton does. We'll just run one real quick, and I'll show you an example. And then MAGNeT is audio generation by Meta and Facebook. They released it all today. It's available all in Pinokio, which we'll be using today. Pinokio lets you set up Python environments on your computer without having to know how to set up Python environments. So it's pretty nice. Keeps them all separate, and then when you're done with something, you just delete it. So yeah, I've been using it to test out all the stuff that's not really in Comfy yet. Eventually, this stuff will be in Comfy probably, or some variant of it. So don't feel like you need to jump on this stuff day one. We're just here to check out what the new toys are. So yeah, let's have fun. If you need to understand what to do to download Pinokio, you just go to web browser and open up Pinokio.computer. I'll drop the link right here. Just download it and install it, and it's a virtual computer environment wrangler, environment library. So you can basically install these things into their own little libraries and then delete them when you're done playing with them. But as you can see, there's a lot of toys to play with. So yeah, Pinokio. It's maintained by Cocktail Peanut. Follow them on Twitter. It's yeah, Cocktail Peanut on Twitter. MAGNeT, as far as I understand, is based on AudioCraft. So yeah, let's so yeah, you basically just install Pinokio, and then in Pinokio you go to the Discover tab and you can install them all from here. So I just went to MAGNeT and hit download, and it asks you where you want to download it. And you just tell it what folder to put it in, then it puts it in the API folder. You hit download and it downloads. But since I've already done this, let's just go back. And we will start with AnimateAnyone because that's what I said we would start with. Okay. More animate. So yeah, there's two Animate Everyone's. There's the mini version and the full version. You don't actually need the full version. The mini version has reduced F floating point 16, FP16 models and will run on 13 gigs of VRAM. The larger version will run on more VRAM. That's really all it does. It just takes more VRAM. So it's the same thing, same package. You're not losing anything. So get the mini one because it's got less headroom. So you click that, you download it, and once it's done, you'll see when you go into it, there'll be instead of mine says start, yours will say install. So you click that, or it's actually right there. You click install, and it will just go ahead and install it into the environment for you. You don't have to deal with anything. Just wait for it to finish. It might take a while. It does take a while. So to save you the time, we won't go through it because I've already done it. But yeah, you just hit that install button and you're off to the races right there. So since I have it installed, I'm going to hit start. And that's going to fire up the AnimateAnyone environment. And once it's up, it'll give us a URL we can go to in our browser to use it. Most of these are Gradio demos, so they will just run, locally. So see, it says running on local URL, blah, 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 blah. We just control click on that and we get it in a window. I'm just going to open it in Chrome because I find it works a little better than Firefox for these kind of things. All right, here we are. Ain't that fun? All right, let's. So I've already done a couple of these. So I'll use the stuff I've made, and then I'll show you how to make stuff to use this. So let's go to desktop. Is that where I saved my Tom Hanks downloads? There's Tommy. All right, we got our no, not that one. That one. So we got our Tom Hanks. I extracted some OpenPose animations. I'm going to show you guys how to do all this stuff. Don't sweat it. OpenPose. Badoop. So we'll make Tom Hanks do this. All right, 24 frames, and it's 512 by 960. That's what this image is. Animate. And then you can see in Pinokio what it's doing. Takes a second to get started, and then it'll start yammering. Oh, is my audio bad? That's not good. Sorry, guys. Let me know if it keeps happening. Might have to 86 the stream until I get my audio situation sorted out. It's been very frustrating lately. Let me try switching my buffer. Yeah, I think it's actually my audio interface is dying. It's very, very frustrating. I don't know why this one's small. So yeah, hopefully it's better now, but if not, bummer. So it's generating now, as you can see, and then in here you actually get a readout. The first time, how do I get this screen to split like that? I don't know. Like that? Can't see the end of that. There we go. That'll work. Maybe it's a Windows 11 thing. If you just drag Windows to the side or the top. It's just built into Windows 11. Just drag stuff to the edges. I think it's called Window Manager or Window Slotting or something like that. There we go. So as you can see, immensely powerful. Did a really good job of animating our friend Tom Hanks here. It's only 24 frames. You can crank that up. Just takes longer and longer to generate. 24 frames takes a minute and a half. 48 takes 3, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. Now, I was just using random images and random poses, but what I found was the consistency was very bad because the pose didn't match the input image at all. So what I did was I very quickly just built a comfy node interface for generating these images. I closed it when I first started my stream, so let's rebuild it. Just make sure Comfy's still running. It is? Okay. So there's two things we can use there's two things we can use Comfy for. We can extract OpenPose sequences from videos, and we can use those OpenPose sequences to create new images of people that we can use to animate. So you'll notice there's this picture of Tom Hanks is obviously, diffused using the ControlNet with the OpenPose of the first frame of the animation I'm trying to get. So then when I do the animation, everything matches, right? Because even the pose is in the correct place. So yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. Let's open up a new tab and go to ComfyUI. What do we got? Okay, so this is just a workflow for removing the background. Something I was doing at first, but we don't need to do it now, so I'll just delete this. Okay. The quicker one is an OpenPose. Let's do an OpenPose extraction. You will need, in the manager, in custom nodes, you will need aux. ComfyUI, ControlNet, auxiliary preprocessors. These are the preprocessors that include all the stuff you're going to need to preprocess footage into ControlNet stuff. In this case, we're preprocessing footage into OpenPose ControlNet. We're using that to do stuff with later. So install that, restart Comfy, come back to Comfy, and you will find a DW preprocessor now in your nodes list. This is the tool we will use to extract the thing. We're going to use VHS nodes load. And I think video's right at the very bottom of this giant list. It's one of these. It is, I think it's this one. Yeah. So we've got our person, and let's extract a different one because I've already got a bunch of those. Let's extract short one. This will work. So let's say we want to extract the OpenPose from this, the skeleton from this. We've got our OpenPose estimator, and I've loaded our image. This node's in the video helper suite. Video helper suite. It's great. Install that. Get it going. That's load video, where you can just upload any video. This is just like all the videos I have been uploading into Comfy, so they're here, easy to go, ready to go. Frame load cap will set to 0. That means it'll load every frame. Skip first frame 0. It'll skip no frames when it begins. And select every nth means it'll select every single frame as it goes through. This load video can actually handle GIF, MP4, MOV, MKV, all the fun, all the hits. All right, and then we're also going to use a VHS video combine node to slap it together at the end. I happen to know that this animation is 8 frames per second, so we can make an 8 frame per second video, but normally you just make a 24 frame per second video. Doesn't actually matter when we're going frame by frame like this for the input footage, but it's up to you. So whatever frame rate you like. We're going to put this in OpenPose /OpenPose. All right. Turn that down a little bit, get a higher quality thing. And that's actually all you need to make this work. So if I hit this, it should just work. It's going to go through, extract the poses, and then drop it into an output photo. Okay, so this happens sometimes. See how the width is not divisible by 2? It needs to be 634 or 636. This can happen from time to time. So one of the things you can do is force the size. So let's do a custom. Let's do 512 by. Let's keep the height 512 and do a random width. So this will actually probably give us the same error, I think, because it'll be the same res. Oh no, we got away with it. All right, cool. So yeah, you can use force size. If that didn't work, we can define a custom size with it as well. So yeah, there's our, animation. So that's how you extract an OpenPose. If you set it to 24 and you video. Just need a person doing person things. It's good Taylor Swift doing that. Yeah, that's perfect. No, same problem. 512 by 643. So let's fix that by we'll change the custom to width 512 and 640 for the height. I think that's divisible by 2. Feels divisible by 2. Perfect. So yeah, and then you can use that as your OpenPose animation. So now that we have this, we need to generate a image to start with that uses this frame. Okay. And we got to remember that resolution, 640 by 512. Okay. So let's open a new tab. Let's use the Comfy URL. Oops. Probably put that tab in the same thing so we can go back and forth. Okay. So there's our thing. Let's clear it. For this one, now we need to generate an image. So let's just make a dirty thingy, K-sampler, heart of our any diffusion, latent to the VAE decoder. I've done this a million times on my streams, so I'm just going to speed run this. Save image is fine because we're just doing a single image. All right. And then latent image is empty latent image. More on that in a second because we're going to actually extract the width and height. Model, simple checkpoints, load or simple. Let's just use deliberate. Positive, we'll go clip text encode. Get another one of those. Positive and negative prompt. I'm leaving some room because there will be some ControlNet shenanigery in here. The clip goes from the checkpoint into U. Yep. And the VAE goes out into the VAE decoder. So, I mean, this is our dead simple, will always work, diffusion engine, Tom Hanks, NSFW, nude. Hopefully we will get Tom Hanks and he will not be NSFW or nude. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So now we need to actually take that OpenPose image, extract the first frame from the video, use that as our ControlNet source, and dream an image of Tom Hanks in that pose. Okay. So we got Tom Hanks, we got an SFW nude. What are we going to add? We're going to add ControlNet apply advanced. We actually can use the regular ones because this is not an animation, but it's fine. I'm just used to advanced at this point. Conditioning, go positive, conditioning negative, and then we got that goes into the model or into the K-sampler, right? So it goes in between the prompts and the K-sampler. That's where ControlNet goes. And so let's add our ControlNet loader advanced. This is SD15, so we're going to use the SD15 pose. All right. This image, we're going to have a look at the image it generates by going to preview. Oh, sorry. This is the image that we're sending into it. So we're going to send in the first frame of our load video. So load video. I'm going to choose the video to upload, and that's our latest OpenPose animation. There's a bug, a known bug with this. You just, if it doesn't load the video, you just load it, go forward and back one. Forward and back one. And then the video will load. All right. Image goes to image. Actually, first, I'm going to use an image select node. Okay. And we're going to select the first node. Boop. Or image. That image is going to go in here. All right. So it's going to grab the first frame from this. You can see that here. We'll go preview image. So it'll grab the first frame from this, use it as the source for this. We have one more problem, and that's we don't know what size this is. So what we're going to do is add an image resize node before the selector. Resize plus. That's in the ComfyUI Essentials pack. All right, we've got our resizer, we've got our selector, and we've got our preview. So the image comes out of here into the resizer. Resizer goes out into the selector, and the selector goes to the preview image, and that goes to here. Okay, so we're actually resizing. Let's select the image first, then we don't have to do the whole animation, right? Yeah, my logic sucks. All right, let's do that. Yeah, that'll be faster. So instead of doing the whole thing, then selecting the first, instead of resizing the whole video and then selecting the first frame, we're going to select the first frame and resize that frame. All right. It's a lot less work if your video is long and you only need the first frame. Okay, and we're also going to set keep proportion. So that's going to go 512 by 512, but whichever one's longer, so if it's wider or taller, it's going to go by that resolution. So that'll be fine. So that should, if I am right, just work. And the other thing we need to do is our width and height is now determined by this size thing here. So let's take our empty latent image where we're defining our width and height. And we're going to turn those by right-clicking and turn them into inputs. Height, width, height. All right. Image resize. Selector. Yeah, sorry. Did my brain just unbrain? Video, selector, resize, empty latent, preview this. Go. Get the first frame, send it out to there. Then we get Tom Hanks doing our action. Yes? Yes. Yes. All right. Now we've got Tom Hanks looking confused. Let's do this till we find one we like. A lot of options here. I don't know why he's floating in a boat in Vienna. He's got a dog now. Okay. So the next thing we can do is we have this, but it doesn't look great. So I'm going to upscale it. So let's add a quick upscaler run. We can move all this stuff around now because we know it works. Boop, 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 boop. Empty latent goes back up here. Okay. Let's move this over here so it's closer to the party. Right. Feels good. Okay. Let's add an upscaler because this looks like poop. So we're going to latent out. We're going to upscale latent by 1.5. Going to grab another K sampler, pot under here. Latent to latent, positive to positive, negative to negative. Whoops, what did I do? Positive. Negative. All right. Hopefully that's correct. Looks good. Okay. And then VA no model. Model from, do we have anything else? No, just the model. All right. This latent out will go to a VA decode much like this one. Make sure we get our VAE from the checkpoint loader. It's red to red. And then just another one of these. Save image, latent out. Nope, not latent out. VAE image out. Okay, that should do it. There we go. And one thing I want to add on this one is a face fixer. Face detailer. No, it's face fixer. Face. No, it's face. Face restore CF with model. That's the one. So the image goes from here to here. Okay, let's pop that on top. Image in here. And like ControlNet, you need to actually load a model. So the face restore model loader, GFT GAN is fine. Run that again, and it should clean up face. First run takes a little longer, but fine. Yeah, there we go. So now we run this until we get one we like. That's pretty good. Let's try that. So let's save this image. So now we go back to our thing. We close this, drop our image in, which was in downloads. Boop. Drop our motion sequence in, which I saved in my Comfy Outputs folder. ComfyUI. Output. Where are you, babe? Output. OpenPose, and I believe it's this one. Double check. Yep. All right. Let's do oh, and what was it? The width was 640. No, let's double check that. What was our width and height for that animation or that image? So that's the OpenPose MP4, which is this one, and it is 630 by 512. All right, 630 by 512. So let's try that. 630 by 512. That should be our aspect. And let's see if it wigs out. This might be a bad number for this, but we'll see. A lot of the stuff needs to be divisible by like 8 and stuff like that. How's my audio? Is it still crackling and stuff? I hope not. Get a new microphone, get a new audio interface. Might as well. That really sucks. I wonder why. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I'm sure it's my audio interface. It's been acting before. I can try turning it off and on again. That might work. One sec. Maybe. Hopefully that'll be better. Hey, Food Masku, what's up? We're animating Tom Hanks right now. Turning him into John Travolta if we can. Error. And I bet you this is... Yeah, expected size through 630, but it got size 624. Okay. So like I said, they need to be divisible by whatever number they've decided, and that looks like 8. So let's go 624. And I mean, that's 6 pixels. It probably won't crop it that hard. Try that again. Doobie doobie doo. If this is a good run, I'll run it longer so that we get, more frames. But 24 frames takes about a minute and a half of my 3090. So yeah, yeah, minute and a half or so. Pretty exciting. I think we're using about 13 gigs of VRAM. Oh, never mind. 20. I am also running Comfy in the background and I'm streaming, so I don't know how much this process actually takes. It said in the GitHub README thing that it takes 13 gigs of VRAM, so hopefully it's just because I have models loaded into my memory from Comfy, but I'm not sure. Okay, that's pretty amazing. I think I'm going to run 72 frame. See what happens. Hey, Khalid. So we are working on this new notebook demo called AnimateAnyone, where you take an image and an OpenPose skeleton video and merge them into an animation. So we just tried a 24 frame run of Tom Hanks doing the John Travolta look around meme, and it worked really good. So we're doing a 72 frame run now. This one will take probably 3 times as long, unfortunately, but yeah, 5 minutes. Not too shabby. Let's see what the VRAM says. 17 gigs. Yeah, I don't know. I do have Comfy open. I do have active diffusions, so this model could be loaded into memory twice as well. I'm not sure. That might accommodate for the other. That might be what the other 10 gigs of RAM is. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they get unloaded in between runs or not. feel like they would. I do kind of want to make like this one do something too. It's pretty funny. Maybe we'll do Shrek. I did have a little luck earlier with these. Excuse me. Twitter. So this was before I thought to actually generate the image with the pose that I was using. So this is just using, a photo and just a random animation. We're able to get, this, which is pretty funny. And this one. So yeah, I mean, even this cutout is bad. Like I just grabbed this cutout off of Google, and look, you can actually see it. It took the awful cutout and made it part of the character, like as if it's supposed to be like that. So that got me thinking: the better your input, if footage or image conforms to this one, probably the better off you are, right? Yeah. So let's see. As far as I know, AnimateAnyone, and MAGNeT, which we'll be looking at soon, they both, I think, require NVIDIA. I think they may run on Mac, but I think it'd be so slow it might not be worth playing with. I think that's definitely the case for MAGNeT. I'm not sure about anyone. AnimateAnyone. Animate everyone. I tried to do a really long run and I ran out of VRAM. So maybe length does have something to do with it. I mean, it would make sense, right? It's just more frames. Do 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 do. Okay. 35 seconds. All right. 12 seconds. I don't know why I get these yawning fits. I don't yawn all day, and then as soon as I get on stream, start yawning. I got a Gatorade, though. I'm going to smash that, see if it works. Okay. I mean, it's kind of great, right? Wild. Okay. What can we do now? I know. Let's check out MAGNeT. So that's anyone. That's the workflow. I'll throw this little. I guess there's two workflows really. There's generating the OpenPose and generating the image. So I'll clean up both of these workflows and put them all in the same resources channel for basically generating stuff for AnimateAnyone. This works really well together with Comfy. Doesn't work in Comfy yet, but we can do these. Yeah, Tom Hanks image was generated using the first frame of the of this animation to get the pose. So we generated Tom Hanks from this pose here using ControlNet. Yeah. So then we extract the animation also with Comfy and then generate a new image with the first frame. So yeah, get much nicer results that way. Pretty cool. But here's the moment I think everyone's waiting for. Let's kill this for now. So in Pinokio, you just stop, hit the stop button, and then it's not running anymore. You can just close the window and close this. Go back to your Pinokio main window, and we're going to use MAGNeT now, and that's the audio generation tool. Same thing, click here, click download. It'll ask you what folder you want it in. I downloaded it to my MAGNeT folder, and it installed it there. So you run that, let it do its business. It'll take some time. Once it's done, you go back to the main menu by hitting home, go to MAGNeT. There'll be only one option here, or two, maybe files and install. You want install. You just go ahead, click install, and wait for it to finish. Once it's done, then you'll have a start, and then start's what you want to do. So you start it up. I'm just going to hide this real quick because my URL is going to come up. I can show you guys how to edit this so that you can start up a server for your friends to use. There is a way for most of these Gradio interfaces to stream out to the world, so your friends can use it as well as you, and it just queues up on your video cards. So yeah, let's turn on my desktop audio so you can hear what it makes. And okay, same deal. We've loaded up a web browser, web server for Pinokio for MAGNeT, and I'm just going to load it up in Chrome. All right. And this is the interface for MAGNeT. MAGNeT is the same deal, just install it the exact same way, easy peasy. So let's try it out. There's six models. There's a little guide here on how to use the models, and these explain what the models are. So MAGNeT small 10 seconds and MAGNeT small 30 seconds are a 300 million parameter training data set. And they run at 10 seconds and 30 seconds respectively. So the 10-second one sounds a little better. 30-second one makes longer audio, but it's a little more unhinged. There's two versions. There's a small and a medium. The small is 300 million and the medium is 1.5 billion. And that means I think that means 300 million parameters. So tokens generated from training on larger data sets. So I think this is a smaller data set than this one, or trained longer. I'm not entirely sure. Some diffusion dork will be able to explain that better than me. So these four make music. The first four, these four make music, and these ones make samples or audio. Okay. So these make fully formed songs and these make samples. So let's try an example of a small 10-second 80s electronic track with melodic synthesizers, catchy beat, and groovy bass. I think there's a reason why they use this as a default prompt, because it pretty much always makes good ones, but we can test that theory. This will go faster on mine for the first run than it will on yours. That's just because yours needs to download the model the first time. So every time you run a new model, it's got to go download it and put it in the right folder. So mine just start because I've already downloaded the models, but when you go run yours, it'll just sit there for a minute. And if you look at the display, it's because it's running one. Okay. So if you haven't already, take this second to turn down the stream a little bit. This is probably going to be louder than I want it to be. I'm going to turn down my desktop audio a bit, but yeah, let's try them out. Not bad. Oh, the square wires in Comfy. That's easy. Go into Comfy, go into your there's a little gear right here. Click that gear. And if you scroll down to link render mode, you want to change that to straight. There's straight, linear, spline, and hidden. Linear goes dot to dot, straight lines. Spline are curved like noodles. Straight are the ones that I use that have the sort of circuit cuts. And then hidden just gets rid of them completely. And then you just close and it'll, be the one. Yeah, these are great. So let's try something completely different. 70s funk, synthesizers, and flute. Let's try flute. Submit. That flute is oppressive. Sounds like a recorder. Everything but the flute there was actually killing. But that flute was oppressive. By the way, are you guys noticing how goddamn fast this thing is? Like, these aren't maybe ready for use yet, but they're pretty cool. Let's try the 30-second small. Oh, and a quick version of this guide, you'll notice every time they use the 30-second one, they're sort of increasing the steps by the amount of the size. So if you're using the 10-second one, it's 20 steps. Yeah, I mean, it basically is AudioCraft Fakery. I think it's just different models. Like, it literally uses AudioCraft in the back end, I think. Okay, so if you're doing 10 seconds, 20 steps. If you're doing 30 seconds, 60 steps. So just do 20 steps per second, per 10 seconds. I just did one that was 20 steps, so this will probably sound worse than the one I'm about to generate at 60. Don't like that. Yeah, food. These are being generated on the fly. Not bad. Let's try 60 steps. Rerun it. Look at how fast it is. So 12 seconds to generate two 30-second clips means this is more than real time, which means you could definitely run a bot that just like runs this as a music stream 24/7 and people could just prompt in. Not so much. Ooh. Hell yeah. I unironically love this one. That was fire. Good call. You know, honestly, these might not be usable like out of the box, but as a musician, as a producer, these have already given me some ideas on things I can do for my beats. So like, yeah, maybe it's not making stuff we can immediately use, you know, but maybe it's making idea generators that we can then take and make our own music with, right? I like that one too. Okay, let's try Amen break, break beat, funky bass, and I don't know. That's good. Let's just try that. Yeah, food. But that being said, I don't think it's there yet for like making a bunch of music for your stream, unless it was really quiet and you cherry picked the beats. Because doesn't sound like an amen break to me. Kind of break beaty, but not really. That hi-hat is brutal. Almost a break beat. Let's give it an amen break because it might not actually know what an amen break is because it was trained on like a bunch of data sets, not commercial music, right? So yeah, I don't know if it understands commercial terms or, you know, or if you need to sort of use just like words that it would think. Yeah, exactly. Wait till people train their own. All right, that's kind of grease. It's weird how it sort of slides in, then it's like in time, but like the beginning is always a little like, and it like locks into a groove. That's kind of cool. Let's try Haunted Circus. I don't know why I always go with the cursed stuff. Broken Beat, UK, Garage. UK Garage. 1990s electronica. Ugh. Nope. Yeah, fair warning. Some of these will be screechy. I will try to stop them as soon as I can. Nature of the beast. Sometimes you just get some real bad sounds. Yeah. So turn it down a bit if you're worried. Yeah. It's like breakcore. It's broken already. That's kind of fire. What is that like saran wrap ripping sound? It's kind of awesome. Let's try neuro bass, jungle, dark, dubstep, grime. All the genres. is happening? What the that was terrible. All right, let's just try narrow bass. Just narrow bass in general. May not be ready for combining yet. Yikes. What the hell? All right. What the? Like being electrocuted step. I hate that. I've been electrocuted. Maybe that's why I hate it. What the? Okay. It's like when you're hanging out at your producer friend's house and he's just like cranking bass notes and bass sounds for an hour and you just start to lose your mind. Three, 4, breakbeat. Yeah, I don't know how to signify like a time signature. But yeah, let's just try 3/4 breakbeat. Like I think mix of 12th century Mongolian instruments. Okay. Yeah, I will try that. The thing is, this was trained on a on an open data set, so I highly doubt it'll understand. No. No. Maybe we don't put numbers in. Holy crap. Holy shit. We could try those with the small model though. Sometimes it does better with the 10-second model, or sometimes it does better with the 10-second than the 30-second. So let's try that with the 10-second model. It's kind of cool. Lost it. All right, let's try 120 BPM disco. Not bad. That's 120. All right, let me try 160. The fact that it understands tempo is cool. that's pretty incredible. What about 60 BPM disco? Whoops. Close the whole last window. 127, 78, 60, I believe you were. Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. It seems to understand tempo pretty well. 140 BPM, deep house, organ, and female vocals. Let's try some vocals. Not a banger. Not a banger. Wrong kind of organ. Yeah. Nice. Real trap shit. Let's try trap music. 808, catchy flute melody. See if we can make Future's new record. Okay, I kind of like this one. That one grew on me. Oh, that's kind of sick. All right, catchy guitar medley. Let me save that melody. Let me save that one. It's great. Those are kind of sick. Epic orchestral dubstep. Orchestral dubstep. Did some dubstep earlier. I didn't love it, but we'll see what it does this time. Well, my sub's alive. Whew. Let's just try dubstep in general. Let's find out if it was epic orchestral or dubstep or the both of them. That's the problem. It has some idea of what dubstep is. Woo! That's grimy. What about tear out dubstep? Like, can it do like the ripping, like? Nah. That's crazy. Okay, so what about lo-fi chill dubstep? Lo-fi dubstep to chill and study to? It's doing like dubstep bass sounds, but with like the snare. It's like, what the? All right, what about dub reggae then? This will be the most anti-reggae thing probably ever. What? What? No way. This is good. This is fucking legit. I can't wait to send this to my bass player. He's gonna be so pissed off. Oh. I feel like I could listen to like an hour of that just on like a radio station. Yoko Ono experimental. Let me try it, man. Crazy. Crazy. Yoko Ono experimental. Nailed it. Woo! Hard on the brain. Let's try hip hop harpsichord. Jesus. Yeah, like when it doesn't know what to do, it just seems to like make like nasty bass or like just a horrible whistle sound. 90s hip hop, East Coast, breakbeat, bass, and keyboards. Whew. That's pretty good. I've been gas faced a lot more than I thought I would on this. I'm really impressed. I wasn't getting as good results earlier when I was testing, but yeah, we're starting to learn what it's good at. That's super interesting. '80s funk. breakbeat based keyboards. But see, the thing is that there was no breakbeats in that, really. I just wonder if some tokens are more powerful than others. Woo! Electro. Those are cool. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Let's do let's do some yeah, let's try this one. How big are the models? I'm not sure. I think they're like 2 gigs each, maybe. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, it's hard on the ears, though. Seagull squawking as ocean waves crash while wind blows heavily into a microphone. I mean, a tennis ball smacking against a concrete wall over and over. I mean, god damn. Golf ball gently rolling across a wooden table. That sounds like ping pong balls. Sounds like a ping pong match. Low mournful wailing. Whose cat is mad? It's a cello. Sounds like a cello. Yeah, sounds like a cello. So these are the samples. So I don't know if it'll do smooth jazz and optimal, but it might if I switch back to the music one. That mall sounds haunted. You should get out of there. It's a solo where he just keeps playing the same song and the same note, and then he just farts in the middle. Listen. Oh my god. fantastic. It's utterly fantastic. Smooth jazz, but the saxophone is fart sounds. Ooh. What about just fart saxophone? Just keep it really adult and legit here. Smart. Technical. Oh, that was crazy. A trumpet solo. Oof. Trombone solo. The temperature is anywhere between 3 and 3.5. I haven't really messed with them yet. But we can see what it does, because this 80s electronic track with melodic sequence synthesizers, catchy beat, and groovy bass seems to like work really well. So like we know it gives good bass results, so it'd be a good one to test with. So let's see what happens when we change the temperature to 6. What is the temperature? Seems a little more maybe overcooked. Maybe that's what they mean. Try temperature 2. Back to 3. Three really seems like the money. What's top P? 0.5. We'll put that back on 9, I think. Yeah, so I think those are settings we may not play with yet. What if we just put melodic synthesizers? It's kind of cool. What about like ambient? Vaporwave synth. Nope. Oh, maybe if I spelled ambient right. Oh, I did. Timbale orchestra. I just want an orchestra of timbales. Not a single timbale. Does it know what timbales are? Does not. Let's do can you do like bossa nova? Cool. Can you do lo-fi bossa nova? I'm trying to find like the magic prompt that would just generate like 24 hours of suitable stream music, you know? Oof, I kind of like those lo-fi versions. Let's try the medium, the larger sized let's try the larger sized model, with more parameters. Oh, that's been with the 300 million parameter one. We'll try the 1.5 billion parameter one. This one's taking a while. Guess the bigger one takes longer. I find that 30-second ones in general are a lot more meandering, sort of meandering and not really, they don't resolve. Not like the 10-second ones, they really resolve into catchy little things sometimes, but the 30-second ones I'm finding not so much. Not so much. That was more coherent than... Jesus. I'll try that same prompt, but with the 10-second model. See if we can get something more coherent than that. Jeez. It's definitely better. Let's try Afro-Cuban dubstep. That's an Afro-Cuban rhythm, at least. What about I had something in my head and then it went away. Oh yeah. 90s acid techno. DB303 acid bassline. I want the buzzes. Give me the buzzes. Give me that 303. Buzz, 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 baby. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Nope. TB303 acid. Does it get it at all? I love acid. Nope. TB303. Just let's straight up acid. This could be bad. This could be bad. That's like acid trip. All right, well, I mean, that's AnimateAnyone and MAGNeT. You guys know how to play with it. You go to Pinokio, you set it up, you do your thing. I think I am actually going to call it for the evening because my mic is screwed up. I'm going to get a new mic and get everything set up. And yeah, go play with this on your own. Install MAGNeT, install AnimateAnyone. I will put up the workflows, the comfy workflows for generating OpenPose and then generating an image using that OpenPose to start off your AnimateAnyone animation. There's another, if you go into Pinokio, got it running in too many places here. Yeah. If you go into Pinokio and go to home, there's actually a vid to pose This notebook right here, this vid2pose, you can use it to process. Of course, there's no thing for it. Anyway, you can just upload a video and use vid2pose to generate OpenPose videos. So if you don't want to do the comfy workflow, you can do this. Just use any photos and this to generate the OpenPose, and then slap them together in AnimateAnyone. But if you want them to be really good, then do that thing that I did with the comfy setup, and yeah, join my Discord to get that. It'll be on the resources section, pers.xyz for all the links. And thank you, everybody. I had a really good time. Sorry, my mic sucks. I will fix that very soon. Gonna get a new audio interface, and hopefully that'll get rid of all this goddamn crackling. Thank you. Play with Pinokio, and yeah, when you make stuff, tag me in it. Post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram, and tag me. I want to hear it. I want to see it. I want to know what you're up to. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate the time that everyone spends with me messing around with this stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it does. Tonight worked really well. So yeah, it was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.